So while our roasted tomato skins are in the oven getting roasted, we can go ahead and do the prep work on our cilantro and peppers. I've taken a bushel of cilantro, which I had washed after I got it back from the store. It's now dried off, and just going to take the knife blade and slowly just kind of scrape the leaves. The idea is you want to get as much leaf as possible with as little of the stems as possible in terms of what we end up dicing for the mix. And again, it's 1 bushel per 8 Roman tomatoes and 8 large avocados. So again, as you can see, I'm just kind of raking the blade, trying to scrape off a lot of the leaves from the outside in, and then kind of opening up the bushel and unfolding it a little bit just to get some different leaves exposed. And go ahead and try and rake some more of those out. And again, the idea, we want as much of the leaves and as little as the stems as possible when we go to dice these up. Go ahead and just keep rolling and raking. So now that we've got all of that, we're going to obviously try and pick out some of these bigger pieces because we don't want the big stems in there. Again, most of what we want to dice up are the leaves and not any of the big stems. And I think that's pretty good. We don't have any other big stems in here, so now I'm just going to kind of get this all together and start dicing. And just as you see, kind of worked it in a column. I'm slowly working my way down the column, trying not to cut off my fingers. And then once I finish going lengthwise the whole way, I'm going to go vertical now, or horizontal, depending on how you characterize that last pass. But never really paid attention to what people talk to themselves doing a cooking show before, but it's kind of strange how the mind wanders, or can. Anyway, that's a pretty good job of everything being all diced up. Wipe that off, try to scrape this around, and I'm just going to dump this in a bowl. Generally, I will get all the cilantro, the peppers, and the tomato skins when they're done, and I'll get them all sort of piled into this bowl, which I'll then slip into the big Ziploc baggie so that the seasoning is ready, so that when it comes time to prep, you want to do the avocado as last minute as possible between when you're going to cut the avocados and mash them up and when you're going to serve it, because the avocados will start to turn brown after about an hour or two being exposed. So you want them to be as fresh as possible. So again, I'll have all the ground cilantro, peppers, and diced tomatoes in a bowl, which I'll have in a Ziploc baggie. I'm preparing them the night before so that tomorrow morning when I'm ready to mash up the avocados, I just have this bowl I can dump in, mix up with the smashed up avocados and the orange and lime and onion powder, and we add a teaspoon of salt as well, just to finalize everything. But again, we'll do those in subsequent videos. For now, I'm going to pause this, clean my cutting board and knife, wash off the peppers, and start dicing those up next.